Howdy Hearthstoners, I'm Doc Awesome, and today we are going to play some Mage. Yesterday I finally opened up Yogg-Saron, Hope's End, the last of the old gods. This incredibly random, incredibly powerful creature casts a random spell for each spell that you've cast earlier in the game. It's a crazy, unpredictable card that will either win you the game or absolutely wreck you. Basically, you spend the whole game stalling and controlling the board so that you can eventually reach turn 10 and play Yogg-Saron and pretty much hope for the best. So other than Yogg-Saron, we've got pretty much all of the good mage spells, the ones that deal damage and kill things, and then we've also got all of the minions that synergize with those spells. So of course we've got mana worms, which can quickly get out of control if you get it down on turn 1 and your opponent has no answer. We also have Blood Mage Thalnos for the spell damage and card draw. We have 2 Cult Sorcerers. Even though we're not running Cthulhu in this deck, a 3/2 with spell damage boost is pretty good. Of course, we have the Sorcerer's Apprentices so that we can cast our spells for cheap. I have 1 Acolyte of Pain in here to help us draw cards. We also have the 2 Arcane Intellects, but this is a very tempo-centered deck, and most of the early game is going to be spent using your cheaper spells to remove their minions. So you're going to run out of cards pretty fast with this deck. Acolyte of Pain is there to help keep you in the game. We've also got double Flame Waker, of course, with all of these spells. Flame Waker pretty much just turns into a Gatling gun. Important to consider, you want to save your Flame Waker until you've got a bunch of spells to cast after it, because if you put this thing on the board, your opponent is going to do everything in their power to get rid of it. Which is also another nice added benefit of the Flame Waker. Sometimes it will eat a spell or a minion much more powerful than itself just because it is so annoying to get rid of. We have 2 Fireballs, of course. 1 Polymorph. I know a lot of Tempo Mages aren't running Polymorph. I have just 1 in here because every now and then you'll come up against some heavy control deck that will play some really big minion that you just absolutely cannot kill any other way. And Polymorph will get rid of it. We also have a Water Elemental, which doesn't really synergize with spells at all in this deck. It's just a decent 4-drop. And the freezing effect is very useful against classes that use weapons, particularly the Warrior. Warriors hate the Water Elemental. We also have a Kabbalist's Tome. This spell adds 3 random spells to your hand. It's just another good way to reload after you've emptied out all your cards. Oftentimes you'll get to the late game and realize that while your opponent still has minions to play, you're running out of spells to use to kill them. Kabbalist's Tome can help you change that. Of course, we have double Azure Drake, a 4/4 with spell damage that also draws a card, and it's a dragon. I mean, it's still just one of the best cards in the game, hands down. Azure Drake continues to pop up in almost every deck across the board, so why wouldn't we have 2 here? And then finally, there is Yogg-Saron, Hope's End. If we've been lucky and managed to cast a whole bunch of spells before we finally get to Yogg-Saron, he may deem us worthy and just win the game for us. So, that is Abandon All Hope, my Yogg-Saron Mage. Let's see how well it holds up. Ooh, Warlock. So this will be a race.
You asked for it.
I think we'll just keep the Cult Sorcerer. It's still okay to play that as just a 3/2. Especially if we're going to get overrun by a zoo. wondering if I should go ahead and play the mirror image now. Yeah. Just in case of Zoo. This will buy me some time in case he gets off to a really aggressive start.
Buying or selling.
Okay, just a Dark Peddler. That's not too scary. And now our Cult Sorcerer will be protected next turn. Hopefully.
Let's make
That's a pretty
magic.
good draw.
Job's done.
If the Sorcerer lives, this might be able to deal with the Arcane Missiles, might be able to take out whatever he plays next. And if we can kill a bunch of his minions before he really gets started, that'll be good too. Okay, well, we're definitely not going to use Arcane Missiles here. So I guess we will just torch that. Let the Dragon Egg wait. Next turn, maybe I kill the Dragon Egg with this, so that then the Firewalker can finish off the token it spawns. Actually, I think this could go really wrong. Okay, actually, we're gonna play the Flame Waker. We will pop the egg. And then we Arcane Blast the Imp Master. And see how lucky we get. Come on. Ah, almost. Almost got the full clear there. I would have rather it hit this one instead of the Imp, but at least it didn't miss both of them. Alright, there goes our other mirror image.
Why do you call?
I guess we could Fireball the Imp Gang boss, because he doesn't really have anything that gets much bigger than that. Yeah, I think we'll kill this. Fireball that. Get rid of the dragon. Now we just gotta draw some more spells. Although the Water Elemental is typically an MVP against Zoo decks, that 3 attack, 6 health makes it just ideal for eating up lots of Zoo minions. And if we can keep the Zoo off the board, he's gonna be in pretty big trouble. Although now I'm kind of wishing I had saved a Fireball for that. But maybe we'll just Frostbolt it. I hope we get lucky with the Flame Waker. Awesome. We'll go ahead and keep the board clear. We don't want any power overwhelming shenanigans.
The light protects me.
Yeah, so we do have control of the board, but he is going to be able to out-initiative us because he'll just keep drawing cards. I think we go ahead and kill this spawn of N'Zoth, that way the buff only lands on one creature. And let's draw some cards. That's pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and play the Water Elemental. If the Water Elemental lives a couple turns, that's going to help us keep control of the board, and then we'll be able to push for lethal. If we can just get his health low enough by the time Yogg-Saron arrives, our chosen god may be able to just finish this game for us. There's nothing too disastrous I think he can do this turn. He could power overwhelming to kill the water elemental. That would be bad. But it does not gain him that much initiative. He really needs to get rid of this Flame Waker, because the random damage this guy keeps spitting out is just gonna keep wrecking his board. Oh man. I was not expecting the Sea Giant. Alright. Kinda hate to play an Azure Drake into that, but we need a card, and we need to draw a card now, as opposed to waiting on the Blood Mage. I think we'll just play out the Acolyte of Pain here. Keep hitting his face. Because now he's got 2 targets that he really wants to hit with that Sea Giant. And he's probably going to hit the Azure Drake just because the spell damage and 4 attack represents more of a threat. And if he trades with the Water Elemental, he can't use his Sea Giant next turn, which would be a big problem for him. If he has Forbidden Ritual right here, that would suck. I guess he's debating if he really wants to trigger this Knife Juggler, because those knives could give him cards. Nope, he's going to take out the Acolyte first. To make sure I only get 1 card. Oh! Second Sea Giant. Okay. Let's see. Do we have lethal here? This is 7 plus 4 is 11. Oh! 1 more point of spell damage and I think we got it. Yep. How about that? We didn't even need Yogg-Saron.
Jaina versus
Rogue.
Valera.
This could be tough.
Watch your...
Rogues tend to out-tempo us in the early game. So let's see. I think we will only hold on to the Sorcerer. That's not a terrible opening hand. But, like I said, we pretty much always lose to Rogues in the early game. Just all of our stuff is so susceptible to all of their backstabs and whatnot. Do I want to play the Sorcerer or the Apprentice? Which is less damaging if I lose it? I guess I have lots more minions with spell damage, so
Let's make magic.
losing the Sorcerer would be less problematic. The discount from the Sorcerer's Apprentice is what enables us to carry off some of our crazy powerful turns later on. So we really don't want to play that until we're going to make use of it. Oh my gosh, she's actually just going to hit that twice? Alright. I guess that's 6 free damage for us. And we'll just draw some cards here. Not great draws. At least we have the Water Elemental to play next turn. Hopefully that will slow her down and eat up whatever minion she's planning on playing. It depends on what kind of rogue we're up against here. Ah. Water Elemental eats Earthen Ring Farseers for breakfast. Of course, she could Shadow Strike it, eviscerate it. No, she's just gonna sap it. Okay. That is not too bad for us. Let's see. Could I get rid of it? I could. Is that worth it? I'm kind of hesitant to play the Water Elemental again, just because if she sapped it, she might have a better answer for it this time. But there's no other really efficient way to spend my mana. I could play the Apprentice and the Acolyte of Pain, and then I guess I could... No, Arcane Blast won't kill that because this doesn't have spell damage.
What to do?
I guess we just play the Water Ellie again.
Time runs out on me.
It's not ideal, but I don't really have a better play. What could I have done? Maybe I could have Acolyte, Arcane Blast, and then pinged it. Okay, so she doesn't actually have an answer for it. She was just stalling. That's fine. Our Water Elemental will still deal with both of those. Ooh. Let's see, Flame Waker plus Sorcerer's Apprentice means we can Arcane Blast and Arcane Missiles for free. Yeah, I think we cast our spells and see who's left standing before we trade. Do I want to use Arcane Blast? No, because I can do a lot more damage later. Let's just Arcane Missiles again. The rogue typically does not play lots of tiny minions. Ooh, we got a full clear. And her face is frozen, so she can't use deadly poison or any weapon buffs to deal with this board. Blade Flurry is pretty much a non-entity these days. She has backstab. What else you got?
Ha, this guy's
SI7 agent. That's pretty good. We still got a pretty good turn out of that Flame Waker. Fan of Knives. Yeah, that's annoying. Let's see. I guess we're gonna Azure Drake. Draw a card. See what we get. Ooh, another Azure Drake. Just draw some more cards. We're probably gonna use this to trade. Or we don't have to. So now the question is, do I play this to protect my board? Or do I just go ahead and kill that and save this for the next Flame Waker? Actually, she's so close to dead, I think we're just gonna go ahead and push for the damage. And by pushing her health total this low, like, even if she manages to get rid of the Water Elemental, then she won't have as much health left to use her weapon against the rest of my minions. It looks like I'm gonna have to kill that. Hopefully she doesn't have a conceal for it. But otherwise, this has worked out beautifully because I got in all that extra face damage. And now the Apprentice is going to be able to kill this SI7 agent. Let's see. Okay. Well, we can kill the Auctioneer for free, which is pretty cool. And I think we're going to go ahead and draw another card here. Ooh, Fireball. Alright. Well, with that, I think we've got lethal next turn. Yeah. Definitely lethal next turn.
Give me a quest.
Once again, between all of the spells and the spell damage, you almost don't need Yogg-Saron in this deck. He's really just there to help you in, like, the late game control matchup. Now it doesn't matter how much stuff she kills, we win. Even if she gets rid of all my spell damage, we still win. Let's give her a well played. That was a very impressive turn. Unfortunately, it didn't mean anything. Oh, man. That's really bad. But she still doesn't have any spells? Alright, Yogg-Saron. Show her the error of her ways. Siphons all that? Oh, that's okay. Ooh, Vaporize, good. Snake Trap, good. Feral Rage, give me the armor. Yes. Forbidden Flame will do nothing. Forbidden Shaping. Sweet. Alright. Let's see if we can survive a Malagos onslaught. And let's hope he's dumb enough to attack my face with it. That would be awesome. Ah, but it's not gonna happen. Wait, she used both shivs, I think, so she can't be possibly considering hitting that with her face. Okay. Oh, yes. Go face. No, go face. You want to hit my face. Oh, man. Now I probably can't kill that. But I guess she can't kill me yet either. Since she bothered to trade. So the real question is, can I kill that thing? Or rather, can I kill... That's too dangerous to leave Malagos up. Alright, I guess we'll draw some cards. Forgotten Torch, good. Guess we'll play the Sorcerer. Torch that. And ping it. So hopefully she will not be able to come up with the damage she needs to win. And I think we'll go ahead and trade these in, because he's probably got Fan of Knives. I haven't seen a single Fan of Knives yet this game. Plus, I would rather the Vaporize trigger on something big like that. Possibly something that she's going to put Cold Blood on. Why would you kill that? Oh. Well. Yogg didn't straight up win that game for us, but he did put us in a position where we could win. So.